Attention vaqueros! The Student Media Pet Costume Contest is underway. Visit the UTRGV Student Media Facebook page and cast your vote. The pet with the most reactions by 11:59 p.m. Thursday, October 28th will be the winner. Winners will be featured in our November 1st newscast. Be sure to share and may the best fur baby win.
Coming up on this week's Spooky Special, Spirit Week is back in person. What to expect in minutes.
Plus, we tour a historical hotel in Rio Grande City and our studio after hours.
And this week's sports highlights and more. KVAQ-TV starts now.
Hey there, vaqueros. Welcome back to this semester's 10th edition of KVAQ-TV. I'm Hector TAMEZ.
And I'm Carla Valenzuela. Today is Monday, October 25th, and at the top of this week's Halloween newscast,
UTRGV is bringing back Spirit Week in person and virtually.
the last in-person Spirit Week was in 2019. Here's our reporter, Jessica AMAYA, with more.
Hector and Carla students will have the opportunity to show some school Spirit Week throughout the week in person and virtually. UTRGV kicks off Spirit Week to show Vaquero pride with games, music, candy, costume contests, and UTRGV madness. People can expect a do-it-yourself tie-dye event on Tuesday, followed by Vaquero Bingo Day on Wednesday and a Fall Fest on Thursday. In addition, UTRGV Madness is coming back after an unexpected pandemic year. The Spirit Bus will be available for Brownsville students who wish to attend the Trunk and Treat or Madness event happening on Friday. Interested students can reserve their seats online as there are limited spaces. Program Coordinator Michelle CHAPA shared why is it important for students to get involved in Spirit Week.
Them to be able to be proud of the university that they come from. Just to bring everybody together, we want to open it to the community. We wanted to make it a family-friendly event.
Make sure to stay on the lookout as many activities will be displayed throughout the week. Reporting for KVAQ-TV in Edinburg, Jessica AMAYA. Back to you, Hector and Carla.
Now, to a Halloween special. Some parts of campus date back to the early 1920s. The Communication Radio TV Studios in Edinburg is a grandfathered building.
And claimed to be haunted. We investigated if there are any uninvited visitors.
It gives you a creepy vibe the first time you come in.
I'm here in front of the communications building, and we're going to investigate. It is currently 11 p.m. Follow me.
I do hear that a lot of students are scared or have heard things in this building. Heard something move, or if someone was alone in the room and maybe they heard someone else and there's nobody in the room.
So we are in the studio right now. It's just me and Hector. It seems like all the lights are off. And we're about to find out what Lecture 1 Mass Communication Professor Dustin Pruitt saw that one night.
As I was going through that room, like I saw like a blur on the floor, like a fast moving thing, but I don't know exactly what it could have been, but I know it was something, but it didn't make noise.
We're looking for that blur Mr. Pruitt talked about, but we do not even know where to look, and we don't even know how it looks.
I couldn't even guess like what it was, if it was something at all, but it was scary.
So we're just gonna keep walking around here. I know students are usually freaked out of like the back of this. And honestly, all I see back here is just a bunch of storage. But we're gonna pass by anyway. We haven't heard a lot either. Students have said that they hear like voices or they hear like random noises and stuff. But all we've really heard is just the air conditioning. It's kind of loud and it sounds kind of weird. Not like your typical air conditioning. And I see some dead bugs too. Let's see. Yeah, nothing back there. but there's more. And we have yet to explore the storage.
I heard like a noise in the very back of the storage area. So it's kind of creepy back there.
So we just explored the whole studio, but right now we're going to look into the storage area of our studio. We're going to try to figure out what was that sound that Mr. Pruitt heard that other night.
It was making some sound back there, and I couldn't really tell what it was, but it sounded like a metal.
So this is the one part where people say that if they come here, they wish not to come alone.
So I've been in the storage room, and there's these weird giant heads. They're pretty eerie.
I don't really see the whole big deal. It looks really standard and like bland. Like there's nothing really here. There's a couple boxes, and it's just some.
At first, I thought somebody was back there moving something around. Could have been somebody, moving something around. Like, I didn't think it was like a human. I thought it was more the wind. And
besides the creepy faces over here, we're trying to figure out exactly what it was, that sound that Mr. Pruitt heard that night. So he said it sounded something metallic, so I'm assuming it must be the garage over here. So we're gonna come and take a closer look. So right now I'm seeing some boxes and a lot of chairs, and there's a lot of monitors over here. And as you see over there, there's like this creepy hallway. Maybe we'll find a ghost? So when Mr. Pruitt saw this, he said that it sounded like someone was banging on this, but he isn't sure what it is.
After looking around, we found no ghost, so we're gonna try to reach out to them ourselves. A protection, like the spiritual protection, and it's supposed to like absorb any kind of like negative energy.
So what do I do?
Okay, so we're just gonna keep it here, and we can start by saying putting our names on there.
Okay, you wanna go first?
Yeah, I can first. It's a little confusing because it's backwards. So I'm Carla with R-L-A.
T-O-R.
Okay. So now, if we have any questions, this is when we say it.
Hey, are you out there?
You have to lightly put your fingers on
Oh, I'm like pinning it down.
it. Just lightly, very lightly put it. If there's anyone here with us, feel free to move the planche. We're gonna say goodbye.
After a thorough investigation of the studio, we find out that there are no ghosts here. We tried looking for it and calling to it, and nothing happened. So far, the mystery of what Pruitt saw and heard on those nights are still unknown. But, in the meantime, at least we know that our TV station is ghost-free. Reporting for KVAQ-TV, HECTOR TAMEZ.
Hector, ¿has escuchado de Hotel Transilvania?
Sí, me encanta el personaje de Mavis.
Hay un lugar padecido en la ciudad de Rio Grande City, conocido como la Board House.
Nuestro reportero Rubén Loza nos amplía la información.
Así es, compañeros, el día de hoy me encuentro en la Border House en la ciudad de Rio Grande City, ubicado en el 601 calle Main. En estos momentos la señora Vicky Garza, supervisora del hotel, nos dará un tour de este hotel escalofriante. Acompáñenme.
Este edificio se construyó en 1898, era una casa familiar de Mr. Francisco Laborde. Después de que la familia quedó en bancarrota, se convirtió en un bordel. Aquí era donde llegaban los soldados.
Ahorita vamos a el segundo piso. Estamos un poquito optimistas, pero con un poco de miedo. Wow. Cuando entramos en la primera recámara, se sintió un ambiente muy diferente, pero la primera historia que verán a continuación los dejará con los pelos de punta.
tenemos un cuarto que es el Autobahn, donde se suicidó Mr. Laborde cuando él se da cuenta que su hija tiene un desliz con un hombre casado, que era Matilda.
Después del suicidio del señor Laborde, se dice que su hija se aventó del segundo piso del balcón. A continuación escucharán por qué.
La que estaba en la recámara roja, ella se enamora de un soldado. El soldado se tiene que ir, le promete que va a venir para casarse con ella, pero nunca regresa. So ella se tira del balcón para acá, para el lado del 83, y se suicida, se mata. Y cuando Mr. Laborde se da cuenta que su hija tiene el desliz, él se destrangula, se suicida, se cuelga de una esquina de la recámara de él.
Durante nuestras grabaciones para este segmento, presenciamos actividades paranormales. En la recámara de Matilda, conocida como el Cuarto Rojo, pudimos analizar unas pequeñas huellas en la sobrecama.
Mi hermano chiquita. Y mira la mía. Mira la mía, mira.
Y por si fuera poco, durante la entrevista con la señora Garza, se activó la alarma de emergencia del vehículo de mi compañero Matthew Huerta.
No me dio tanto miedo, nada más es que cuando estábamos grabando, pues empezó a sonar la alarma de mi camioneta y de allí dije, bueno, a lo mejor sí hay unos espíritus allí con nosotros, y de allí me empezó a dar miedo. Cuando entramos al Cuarto Rojo era cuando empezó toda la energía negativa, y es cuando mi tripie empezó a moverse solo, porque se funciona solo y se mueve solo cuando empieza a seguir a una persona, y empezó a seguir a alguien más aparte de Ruben.
Definitivamente ha sido una experiencia escalofriante. Si gustan hospedarse aquí en la Border House, hay un costo entre $80 y $92. Qué mejor forma de pasar esta noche de brujas. Reportando para KVAQ-TV en la ciudad de Río Grande, Rubén Loza.
Lots of action for both UTRGV men's and women's soccer team this past weekend here at home.
Not only that, UTRGV volleyball continues conference play on the road in Beaumont. Can the volleyball team keep rolling on its 4-game win streak?
Here's our sports reporter, Rolando Avila, with the highlights.
UTRGV men's soccer looked to keep their momentum going after their win against Houston Baptist. The Vaqueros faced the San Jose Spartans here at home, who defeated number 10 Grand Canyon in their last game. An early goal in the 12th minute from the Spartans by Rudy Castro put the team ahead of the Vaqueros 1-0. Vaqueros quick to answer back though, as Jan Engels scored less than 3 minutes later, tying the game at 1 apiece. It wasn't until the 58th minute when Max Allen from the Spartans shut the door with the game-winning goal. Final score, 2-1, with the San Jose Spartans on top. UTRGV head coach BRYHEEM Hancock with this comment on his team's performance.
Yeah, I think for the last 3 days, we worked a lot on final third, just your movements, byproduct of how you finish, runs in the box. I think it created a lot of chances, a lot of really good looks that are hard to come against a good San Jose State team. So I was pleased with that part of it, but unfortunately it's a score sheet, and we came up short.
Men's soccer looks ahead to matches on the road, starting with Dixie State. In women's soccer, the Vaqueros went up against the LAMAR Cardinals in a long match that went to 2 overtimes, but ending with a scoreless tie between the two teams. The Vaqueros outshot the Cardinals 15-10, with 9 of those shots on goal. Vaqueros goalie Mel Lunardi with 4 saves in this game, making it her 4th shutout of the season. Here's Coach Bugariu with his thoughts on the game.
I mean, I felt we played pretty well. I think that's been the theme all year. I think we've put in real good performances, create lots of chances. I think we've done that pretty much in every conference game. But, of course, we haven't come out on the right one, so it feels good to kind of break our losing streak. I thought that was important. And then hopefully we can finish off strong last couple of games here.
Women's soccer will face Abilene Christian University next, here at home on October 28th. UTRGV volleyball went on the road to Beaumont, Texas to compete in the Western Athletic Conference Cluster. At the cluster, the team played against Seattle U and Chicago State. The Vaqueros were able to defeat Seattle U 3-1, extending their win streak from 4 to 5 games. However, the train stopped rolling when the Vaqueros fell to Chicago State 3-1, ending their win streak. Volleyball will continue conference play October 28th, facing Sam Houston on the road. Reporting for KVAQ-TV, Rolando Avila.
That's all for this week's Halloween special. For KVAQ-TV, I'm Carla Valenzuela.
And I'm Hector TAMEZ. Have a happy and safe Halloween, Vaqueros.